Kentucky on Thursday in the regional semifinal. What's at stake? Well, nothing bigger all season. An appearance in the national semifinals. Arkansas has never been there. Nebraska has been there 16 times, the second most all time. Who is going to Tampa? We find out right now. Bergen Riley to serve for Nebraska. And she'll go after Jill Gillen, and it's an ace!
Bergen Riley has picked up her service game. She's had aces in the last couple matches, really putting pressure on her opponents right from the start.
This is a true freshman. This time last year, Bergen was still in high school. She has come in and been the starting setter for Nebraska since day one. And Hogue going backside. It's a Maggie Cartwright who puts down.
Maggie Cartwright is such a force on that right side pin. We told you about Jill Gillen, Taylor Head on the outside on that left pin, but Maggie Cartwright is a big reason why Arkansas is in this position today.
Courtney Jackson goes after Harper Murray. In comes Merritt Beeson, the transfer from Florida, and Beeson gets a kill on the left side. We talked about Nebraska's defense. Offensively, though, what makes them so dangerous, too?
Balance.
Yes.
I think they have 5 weapons who can put the ball away. And Bergen Riley, when she's in the front row, can attack as well. So they are just so well balanced.
A very young lineup for Nebraska that has not fazed them. They've only lost 1 match all season. Hey, that's a good sign if you're Arkansas to see Taylor Head terminate.
A great sign and something to keep an eye on. 2 very different offenses. Nebraska likes to set the ball high. Arkansas runs a really fast tempo offense. They like to push the pace to those outside pins and beat you with speed.
We were talking to Nebraska about common opponents they've seen that run a speed like Arkansas. They've seen a couple this year, but not really the Big Ten.
No, not many. Long Beach, SMU, Northwestern. John Cook told us Minnesota somewhat runs a fast tempo offense. He said really Ohio State last year was the fastest tempo offense they'd seen in the Big Ten. But you have so many new faces on this Nebraska team, not a lot can draw on that experience.
Set to Allie Batenhorst, dug up by Courtney Jackson. Hogue going with Gill out of the back row, and Becca Allen just needs one hand to put it down.
Arkansas has been able to get Nebraska out of system, able to dig balls, but not transition them back for points yet.
Lexi Rodriguez, now a 2-time Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. She's also a captain for Nebraska. Sanaya Pettis gets the touch and the point. She was sneaky important for Arkansas, I thought, on Thursday.
Well, she's very effective. She's dynamic. She's the first player for Arkansas who actually runs that slide and opens things up, because the focus is usually on the left side attack for Arkansas.
Murray puts it right on top of Bergen Riley's head so she can go to the middle. In comes Jill Gillen. Backside to Beeson with the tip. The pancake by Jackson. Hogue back out to Jill Gillen. Off hands.
She swings at 3 balls in that rally, and she recycles a couple plays when the set's not there. And then on this 3rd swing, great up by Courtney Jackson with a pancake out of the back row. She's able to get the kill on that 3rd swing of the rally, going high hands. It's just learning throughout a point. That's what she's able to do.
Allie Batenhorst dug up by Head. Hogue to Jill Gillen. You see how much she's jumping already? That's why Arkansas, they only took about 25 minutes of their practice time yesterday. Rest is so important for this group.
Head coach Jason Watson of Arkansas said, look, we're a team that jumps a lot, and rest is really important if we want to play our best volleyball today.
It's a 3-0 run. The Hogs look fresh. Riley to Batenhorst. Arkansas hustling, but it's a point for the Huskers.
I thought it was interesting when we were visiting with Watson yesterday at practice. He said, you know, you think about all those jumps. He says it's not so much the jumps that are fatiguing, it's the landing. It's coming back down, the jarring on your knees and your ankles and your feet. And so that's why, you know, he wanted to limit them as much as possible yesterday in practice.
Jason Watson has talked about how much he loves this group. He doesn't want this run to end, making their first regional final appearance. In flies Gillen, and off the block of Bergen Riley.
We talk about Jill Gillen, and she's got all the tools. We've seen her go high flat. We've seen her turn it down the line, recycle it into the block when it's tight. I mean, she has had to figure it out.
Do you think that's because she's undersized? She's had to get all the different tools in her toolkit over the years?
Absolutely. In Arkansas, when they train, they go a lot of 6-on-6. So it's immediate feedback on how you need to vary your attack to score.
Aaron Beeson thought that was in, but they'll say it's long, and a point for Arkansas, who is hitting 500 as a team right now. Yeah, Jill Gillen mentioned to us, that was one of the things I wish I would have known in club, having a bigger toolkit. Being
she's
undersized.
got a big one now.
Yes, she does.
But that also comes with experience and time. You're not going to have that in high school. You're going to improve at this level.
Zoe Evans with the block on Batenhorst. Second swing for Allie Batenhorst, and she tools it.
Really good patience there from Batenhorst. That was a really high out-of-system set. She waits on it, waits, and then goes up and attacks high hands.
In comes Lainey Choboy. The joke over the last couple of days is that on Thursday in the regional semifinals, she went after a ball right into the Nebraska bench, into John Cook, who was a little sore yesterday after taking the hit.
Might have had a bruised rib.
Yep. Hogue in the middle to Zoe Evans. Murray with the tip, dug by Cartwright. Gillen, what a save by Choboy! But Harper Murray is long.
We saw Nebraska practicing yesterday, and they were practicing picking up that ball. Look at Lainey Choboy lay it out for Nebraska, but they miss long in transition. Arkansas up 9-5.
Third straight 21 season. Since COVID, things have been on the rise for the Arkansas Razorback volleyball program. Eddie Jackson off of 1 foot. Maggie Cartwright with the tip, and it hits the floor.
Really nice heads-up play by Cartwright. That ball was set a little bit high. She was a little early on her approach, and so she just hangs in the air, sets over a really nice tip ball. Great placement.
And I'll tell you, that's a ball that Nebraska was practicing defending all day, yesterday and the day prior.
Service error. How much do you think, too, it's Nebraska figuring out the speed and the pace that Arkansas wants to go at?
Well, we talked to assistant coach Jalen Reyes of Nebraska, and he said, look, we're going to have to get used to the way they play and make adjustments in game.
I thought it was interesting. He said, we're going to have to give our players some grace early on, not get on them if they make a couple errors, they don't block as well as they're used to early on in the set, because it is a change of pace that they're not used to seeing on a frequent basis.
Jalen Reyes in his 6th season is one of the top assistants for this Nebraska team, had the scout for this match.
Kennedy Orr, defensive player, and Lainey Choboy had a little collision, wrist to wrist.
Kennedy Orr subs out, she looks to be okay. Arkansas's career ace leader, Jill Gillen. Add one more. I love it when I don't jinx them.
Right? Jill Gillen is one of the best servers in the country. And look at her put enough pace and then serve it to space. That deep cross-court corner gets away from Choboy.
A little bit miscommunication between Choboy and Harper Murray as well. And now we're going to have a conversation at the net because I think Choboy's wrists are hurt.
Well, and I think there's blood.
Yeah, the training staff is looking at Lainey Choboy right now, bandaging up something around her knee area.
You see the referees checking for blood on the court.
Skinned her knee, probably going in for the dive.
Yeah, they're wiping up a little spot on the floor. That's one fearless freshman, though. There's no way she's coming out.
Choboy is as tough as they come for Nebraska.
Choboy tracks it down. Harper Murray will get the swing and puts it in the corner.
Arkansas is serving the ball extremely well. Again, deep to that corner, gets away from Murray. Choboy pushes it up to the net, and Murray able to find the corner. That's a big point.
Over the head, too, to be able to track that ball, extremely impressive.
Hogue to head, roll shot. Lexi Rodriguez with the bump set to Harper Murray. In flies Merritt Beeson!
Bergen Riley pushes that ball quick to Merritt Beeson, and that puts so much pressure on Zoe Evans, 44 for Arkansas, to try and close, and she is late.
This is a great rotation for Nebraska. They love having Bergen Riley serving, and then you also have Merritt Beeson and Harper Murray in the front row along with Becca Alec. Taylor head, rejected! Beeson and Alec!
When we talked to Taylor Head yesterday, she likes the ball a little wider so she can go outside the block and work off Beeson's outside hand. That one died a little bit inside.
They continue to serve at Gillen. Maggie Cartwright, no touch. Here come the Huskers.
You see Becca Alec.
Huskers start to figure out this faster offense from Arkansas. Bergen Riley, one of those 5 freshmen that arrived early. She became, just the Big Ten Setter of the Year, the first freshman to win that award.
It's a lot of responsibility for a true freshman running this offense.
She's handled it with grace. That'll be an attacking error as it goes outside for Harper Murray, and I think the Nebraska fans wanted a double contact.
Holly, you mentioned this earlier. I think one of the big differences on Thursday between Arkansas and Kentucky is the way that Arkansas served. They put so much pressure on Kentucky in the back row. They've done a really nice job of that so far here in set 1.
And now the block, but the relentless service pressure, and it's something they do every day in practice against one another. They find ways to score. They don't serve at targets, they serve live into another team to figure out ways to make them uncomfortable in serve receive.
Arkansas leading everyone in the tournament with 21 aces. Cartwright. Got hands, point Razorbacks.
I think it's worth noting there's a huge size disparity between these 2 front row players. Arkansas has done a really nice job of just going up and getting good, solid touches on the block so their defense can play behind them.
Pass right to Riley. She can go to Merritt Beeson. Hogue steps into bump set. Taylor Head chasing it. Murray with the tip. Perfect placement.
Heads up play by Harper Murray here. We saw the same thing from Arkansas. They are able to make the dig with Bergen Riley. And then Harper realizes nobody home. 2 spot. Really nice place tip.
Harper Murray, the Big Ten Freshman of the Year. Sanaya Pettis in the middle. You get worried about the Pens, and then you forget about Pettis.
And Sanaya Pettis was very effective on Thursday. She was an impact player later in the match when they needed her most against Kentucky.
Had to pass it and then got the swing and the kill.
Arkansas is getting Nebraska out of system. They like that. But they are going to attack Hannah Hogue, the smallest blocker on the court. You see Batenhorst with a huge size advantage at the net.
Batenhorst again, dug by Jackson. Hogue to head. Trying to turn it down the line, no touch. Pettis off of 1 foot. Lexi Rodriguez diving. Free ball back to the Hogs. Pettis right behind her setter, so fast.
Look at this free ball. Sanaya Pettis takes the first contact and drills it between the 2 blockers from Nebraska.
Hannah Hogue doing a really nice job moving Sanaya Pettis, having her hit various shots.
One-handed set. Batenhorst has to track it down. Back to Pettis! Sanaya Pettis is on fire!
And this point goes to Hannah Hogue. She is on the 10-foot line, pushed off here, and still decides to run the middle blocker. You don't see that often. Catches the defenders and the blockers on the other side off guard. Really nice run. Way to push your middle to go and attack.
And Nebraska isn't expecting them to set the middle.
No.
When we saw them go through the scouting report, they are saying concentrate on the pins.
Too wide for Jill Gillen. Point for the Huskers. They're down 4.
Looks like Nebraska's daring the attackers on the left side pin for Arkansas to beat them down the line.
They've missed on their last couple of line swings. Gillen a triple block. Got it through, so crafty.
Recycles the first one, right? You're way out of system, just tips it into the block, allows Courtney Jackson to come behind her and play it up, and then waits for this kind of set so she can haul off, go high hands, and just powers her way through.
Andy Jackson answering out of the middle.
Nebraska's been working on running their middles more, especially in transition. Perfect pass, and look at Andy Jackson get on top of that seam ball. Wow.
Gillen roll shot. Out of the back row, Merritt Beeson, dug by Jackson. But sent back by Andy Jackson.
No easy points on either side of the net. They are touching everything.
Choboy served at Gillen last time. We'll see where she places this now. Back at Gillen. Gillen take 2. It hits the scoreboard. Still good. Stays on Nebraska's side. Roll shot dug by Murray. Zoe Evans with a little help at the net.
Loving the defense in the middle of that play. It hit the
Jumbotron.
yeah, the Jumbotron, but if it stays on your side, it's a playable ball.
Which makes it risky to take it with 2 hands to set the ball, like Bernie Riley did. She sends it over. Smart play, way to keep it clean.
Arkansas 5 points away.
Great pass.
Jackson on the slide. Jill Gill, a wall at 5-7. Set 1. Here's Hannah Hogue. Harper Murray.
That time Nebraska in system, fantastic pass in front of that 3-meter line, and they can push the pace to Harper Murray, who's got a big arm on the left for Nebraska.
Kennedy Orton came as a setter, has really moved to that serving specialist role this season.
This is a nice run by Nebraska because Harper Murray comes in and digs this ball. She doesn't have time to get all the way back out into the antenna. Good job by Bergen Riley recognizing where her hitter needed the ball. They run her inside on a 31 rip set. Really nice job.
Both working with Maggie Cartwright out of the middle, and that was something they did on Thursday, and Belka Alec obviously knew it.
And it's just a basic X play, but they've been very successful. Becca Alec, Harper Murray, all over that play defensively. They know that from the scouting report.
Jason Watson was worried that Nebraska would be dialed in because they're such a tight bunch blocking group that they'd just be sitting there waiting for that 2-ball. You'll be interested to see if Arkansas goes back to it.
3-0 run for Nebraska, closest it's been since it was 6-4. Dillon, no touch.
Championship, we're going to be stressed from the service line. We've got to be able to pass in any kind of environment. They're getting stressed right now, but they can draw on that experience against Wisconsin a couple of weeks ago.
Third most active wins for John Cook, 848 career victories. He's won 4 of those 5 national titles here at Nebraska. Cartwright off of 1 foot using the block.
Arkansas doing a really nice job in serve receive, staying in system, and that allows Maggie Cartwright to run the slide and score on the right side.
Harper Murray. Jackson back to Cartwright, and it goes long. Again, the rotation here that Nebraska feels strongest in with Bergen Riley serving. Cartwright. One-handed save by Lexi Rodriguez, but her teammates couldn't get it up, and now Arkansas 2 points away.
Gutsy play to tip that ball down the line. That does not have a high percentage of working out and resulting in a kill, but she sees that Lexi Rodriguez is running full speed ahead, able to beat her a little bit deep there, catch her off guard.
Long point, Nebraska back within 1. Hogue had to get it with one hand. Tie game!
Big play at a crucial time by Becca Alec in the middle for Nebraska.
First tie since it was 3-3.
If you're Arkansas, how do you respond? Can you side out in a hostile environment?
About to find out. In comes Cartwright. Beeson to the floor. Set point, Nebraska.
Nebraska able to get a positive block touch and turn it into a point. Setting that ball to Merritt Beeson on the right.
Hogue in the middle to Pettis. Tied at 24, got to win by 2.
That is a gutsy set from Hannah Hogue. You expect the ball to go to the pins. They're tried and true, but she runs Pettis in the middle. Really nice job giving the ball to the middle blocker when the defense doesn't expect it.
For me, that's the personality of this Arkansas team, gutsy.
Beeson. Second set point, Nebraska.
Look how sharp Merritt Beeson is able to cut this ball inside the block. She goes thumb up inside Pettis and also catches that right back digger as well.
Coming back over.
Great touch by Hogue.
Hogue to head. The Nebraska block seals it. They trailed most of the first set.
On their heels, they were trying to figure you out a little bit. You had a large lead. If you close that thing out, play clean volleyball, you're sitting really confident. Now you got to wash this thing away. Fight back here in set 2.
Nebraska had to play catch up, and then 10 hitting errors for Arkansas. You can't give a team like Nebraska 10 points.
No way.
Harper Murray will take the swing out of system. Hogue to Taylor Head, who is hitting in the negative. Again, a slow start for Head as she's blocked.
Holly, you mentioned this earlier. They're a great blocking team, but look, this ball's left inside. Head has nowhere to go but cross court right into Becca Alec. She doesn't even have an opportunity to turn the ball down the line. So for Hannah Hogue, you want to be able to set that ball all the way to the antenna to give your hitters both options.
That was a concern for Jason Watson coming into the regional semifinal on Thursday, was that Hogue was leaving some balls too far inside. Merritt Beeson, no touch. Point Arkansas.
Point Arkansas. At the line serving for the Razorbacks, number 15, Courtney Jackson.
If you blinked, you missed it.
Nebraska takes care of the pass, puts it right in Bergen Riley's hands, and Becca Alec driving hard, hitting that gap ball with 2 blockers in front of her, but gets on top of it quickly.
Beeson. And a kill for Merritt Beeson, her 5th. Raises the tape. Arkansas is saying it hit hands. No touch called. And Jason Watson is going to challenge this.
The entire Arkansas team looked at their head coach for that challenge.
Well, each team gets 2 challenges. So you see the gesture that he made. That means it was inconclusive. There was no evidence to overturn it. So the original call will stand, no touch, and Arkansas will have 1 challenge remaining. Unless we go to a 5th set, they will get an additional challenge. So Nebraska stays on this 3-0 run. Taking the momentum they built from set 1 right into set 2. Bainhorst. Blocked by Sanaya Pettis.
We've been talking about the block of Nebraska, but look at this well-formed block, and Sanaya Pettis, number 3 for Arkansas, closes that block beautifully.
We asked Jason Watson about Sanaya Pettis. He said, you know, she spent a couple of years at Mississippi State. They had some big-time outsides around her, maybe got overlooked a bit. She's been a nice pickup for them and big this week in Lincoln.
To that point, Courtney, I mean, she's got 5 kills, just 1 error. She's hitting .444. She's obviously a great blocker as well. If I'm Hannah Hogue, I'm trying to get her involved as much as possible because she's been really efficient every time she's touched the ball.
And we've seen Hogue try to force her the ball some too. We welcome those of you just joining us who watched an epic match between 2 rivals. Pitt getting the win. They're on to Tampa. They will play the winner of this match in the semifinals on Thursday. Courtney Lyle, Katie George, and Holly McPeak with you. You missed a thriller in the first set. Arkansas was in control. They had a 6-point lead, and Nebraska closed on a 10-3 run to take set 1, 26-24.
If you're just tuning in, Nebraska has not been tested a whole heck of a lot in the NCAA tournament. They have swept every single match up until this point. Arkansas threw that first punch. Great ability from Nebraska to respond.
And they have carried over that momentum as Andy Jackson gets the kill out of the middle.
This play was set up by the short serve in front of Jill Gill and by Lexi Rodriguez, and then the quick attack to Andy Jackson, the freshman, number 15 in white.
Arkansas has never made it to the round of 8 until now, their very first appearance. Nebraska's been a mainstay here. Taylor Head. Rodriguez with the bump set to Allie Batenhorst. Off the block, the up by Cartwright.
Great defense.
But Batenhorst will finish it off.
Arkansas sending bodies flying everywhere. Maggie Cartwright gets to this ball to keep it alive. Arkansas doing everything they can to try and win this point in the first set that really cost them.
And I think, too, because this block is so big from Nebraska, you start to run from it a little bit and try to create shots, and that sometimes leads to errors.
Never saw panic, though, in Nebraska. That is long. And John Cook will pull his green challenge card. They are looking for a touch on this ball.
There was a touch on the play.
I think Taylor Head's left hand. Number 7 in that red jersey and her left hand.
Yeah, it looks like her fingers get bent back just a tad there.
And they reverse this call. John Cook gets to keep his challenge. Nebraska with 2 remaining. Arkansas has 1 remaining unless we go to a 5th set. Each will get an additional challenge.
And this is a tough rotation for Arkansas. Hannah Hope's in the front row. Sanaya Pettis and Taylor Head, the only front row attackers. Jill Gillen available out of the back row.
There's Head to the corner.
By number 7, Taylor Head.
A nice response there from Head, coming back with a kill after that touch.
It's been a slow start again for Taylor Head. She's hitting in the negative. That happened to her in the regional semifinals on Thursday against Kentucky, but she got herself out of it, never looked flustered. Finished with a double-double.
Well, that was a matrix move from Courtney Jackson.
That's what I was thinking. Great self-defense, getting out of the way of that missile from Merritt Beason on the right side. Watch this swing. Courtney Jackson ducks out of the way quickly.
Batenhorst on the approach and the swing. Hogue on the run, and it's a free ball back to Nebraska. Bergen Riley backside to Beeson, dug by Head. Andy Jackson in the middle, pointed to the floor, she knew it was in.
Great run by Nebraska here, free ball situation. Rather than running a quick one, they send Andy Jackson on that 3 ball, and she loves it.
Andy Jackson, one of those 5 freshmen that all enrolled early. They graduated high school, got here in January. It's made all the difference. Still alive, Hogue with the pancake. And Bergen Riley's so smart, right to the middle of the campfire.
Stress, stress, stress. Nebraska is putting all sorts of pressure on Arkansas. Look at, they're just scrambling, trying to catch up with this play, get set defensively, and Bergen Riley calls her own numbers, throwing it down in the middle.
Does that get you 2 fired up?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I got 2 setters up here with me.
I feel like our chests are out for her.
Yeah. I think Holly wanted to go in and try to set practice yesterday.
That would have been fun.
Yeah, get a few reps.
Yep. Katie wanted to play defense.
I just wanted to observe, which
You
is
can
what
always
I
start
normally
somewhere.
do. Allie Batenhorst.
And Nebraska pushing that matchup. Allie Batenhorst against Hannah Hogue, the smallest blocker for Arkansas.
Batenhorst originally from Texas, but actually born in Omaha. She told us she has a ton of family right down the road, about an hour away. There's a family farm here, so you know they come to watch her all the time. Them and 8,200 of her closest Nebraska fans. Packed inside the Devaney Center. Harper Murray. One-handed save by Cartwright. Jill Gillen. Across the court, Jill Gillen, the undersized 5'7" outside hitter.
I mean, it starts with defense. Look at Cartwright slide under this ball, lifting it so Hogue can push this ball out to Gillen, who takes a gigantic swing, unafraid to go for it, and it pays off for Arkansas.
By the way, she attacks that ball from the 10-foot line. To be able to attack from the 10-foot line and hit that sharp angle is unbelievable. So is that.
And Andy Jackson makes it look so easy.
The size advantage and the quick attack by Nebraska. Look at Andy Jackson get on top of that ball. And I heard Jalen Reyes the other time annihilate area one to Andy Jackson, and she just did that.
Jalen Reyes, the longtime assistant at Nebraska under John Cook, had the scout for this match. Jill Gillen. So many people told her no. Arkansas was the only one that told her yes.
She has such a special bond with Jason Watson, I think in part because he believed in her, he gave her an opportunity, and she has delivered time and time again for him as they have grown this program together. Now she's got to be able to go on a run with her serve here.
Dropped it in front of Choboy. Harper Murray on the tip.
Well-placed ball right over the block. Hannah Hogue was deep, trying to defend this ball down the line.
Hogue throwing it back to Maggie Cartwright.
Point number 11, Maggie Cartwright. At the line serving for Arkansas.
The whole Nebraska team pursuing that ball off the court, complaining that there were people in their way.
John Cook's just glad it didn't come his way this time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was kind of the joke. Fortunately, no, everybody was okay, but Lainey Choboy hustled after a ball on Thursday in the regional semifinals into the Nebraska bench, into John Cook. I think he felt like he took a football hit from back in the day.
And she did not use the brakes at all.
No. He was like, I thought she was going to slow down, and then that never happened.
You think maybe in her mind she was like, I can finally get one on my coach after all the drills he's put me through, all the yells I've had to endure. You know, maybe I just won't pump the brakes. I'll just run right into him, make him feel it.
I don't know. I think she's just a fearless freshman. He did tell her, Lainey, you have to keep at least 1 foot on the Terraflex in order to get that ball legally. Becca Alec, the save by Jill Gillen. Cartwright coming in. Choboy's there. Becca Alec. Taylor had another great save from Choboy.
Great defense, both sides.
And Nebraska's block. Hello, Lainey Choboy all over the back row for the Cornhuskers.
She's relentless. Lays it all on the line.
And then here's the inside set. Taylorhead has a hard time with this. Maybe the tip back to the line would work because the Nebraska block moved inside with her.
Winner of this match is going to Tampa in the national semifinals to take on Pitt, who just beat Louisville in 5 sets. Alec with the block touch, back to head. Morgan Riley underneath it. Batenhorst. Pettis is rejected. Hogue will try Cartwright. She goes tip.
How about the Nebraska block just working side to side, shutting down everything, but Arkansas continues that hitter coverage to stay in the play. Maggie Cartwright, well-placed tip right over the block.
And there's even more stress on this Nebraska block, too, because of how fast Arkansas's offense is. So they are sprinting back and forth across that net. Merritt Beeson tooling the block.
So Arkansas, Taylor Head believes that the block went and touched that line. Line judge called it out.
Remember, Arkansas only has one challenge unless we go to a 5th set. They will not use it here. Jackson has been such a force in the middle, offensively and defensively.
She makes it look easy. Look how nicely she just gradually follows Merritt Beeson out, and they are in lockstep, like synchronized swimmers or divers in their movement. Such a nice job. He keeps going back to right now because there's similarities between these two teams, and he said you could always learn something from the past.
He also says he still has his practice plan book from when he was a high school football coach. I'm not sure how much he's using that right now, but he's got it just in case.
Well, he was a defensive coordinator, and he still has that same amount of passion and focus for defense on the volleyball court as well.
I think the first thing he said to me was something about the ACC championship in football, so you know he's still dialed into college football as well.
That was his first question. I remember that.
Pettis tips it to the back corner. Bainhorst reaching up for it, and the one-handed save by Cartwright. Bergen Riley in the middle. Andy Jackson is long, a rare error for her.
Andy Jackson likes to go cross-body with that swing. That time she goes wrist away. He was just missing wide.
Jackson was the number 6 overall recruit, the number 1 middle in this year's class. Oh, to Pettis. Murray got there. Beeson has 9 kills to lead Nebraska.
For Nebraska, it starts with defense. Look at Merritt Beeson attacking high through the seam. She comes in hard every time in transition. She's been unstoppable in that angle.
Beeson started her career at Florida, so she knows the Razorbacks well. This is her 5th career match against Arkansas. Jackson on the slide, straight Phil.
You know she's going to do it. She's so dynamic off of 1 foot behind on the slide, but they isolate her. Bergen Riley gets her in a one-on-one situation against Jill Gill. She's got the whole court to work with.
Already 6 kills for Andy Jackson. She only had 4 in their match on Thursday against Georgia Tech, but Allie Batenhorst was carrying them with 10.
Sanaya Pettis able to score through the block of Nebraska. What Nebraska's done really well, they've adjusted to the speed of the game. They might not be blocking the ball, but they're getting positive block touches that they're able to turn into points.
If you're Nebraska, you feel so good about getting those block touches. They have great back row play, scrappy defenders, a great setter.
Taking in the serve for the Huskers, number 6, Lainey Showboy.
In comes Lainey Choboy. Speaking of setters, Nebraska's setter, Bergen Riley, already has her 5th double-double in the last 6 matches. Gillen inside the court. Yeah, why would you not go back to that?
Nebraska, we talk about the relentless defense, but their transition offense, quick attack, and That's just too quick to Andy Jackson on the backside. She gets on top of that quickly.
Also places it in the donut. I mean, you're trained to roll shot the ball to the donut, not be able to attack and hit it from there.
Donut being the middle of the floor. Gill looking for down the line, and Gillen is long.
Nebraska has moved their block a little inside, daring Jill Gillen to go down that line, but she has a small part of the court to attack and misses that wide.
Cornhuskers adding to its largest lead. Jill Gillen hitting 160. This is a player that hit 391 in their win over Kentucky in the regional semifinal. Too much power for the Big Ten freshman of the year.
You could just feel the momentum and the confidence continually building for Nebraska right now. Everything they touch, it seems, turns to gold.
And I feel like they've found their rhythm. They know what's coming on the other side of the net now.
It's a 4-0 run. Cornhuskers need 2 more points. And a service error by Choboy.
Arkansas. Back serving for the Razorbacks, number 18, Hannah.
If you're Arkansas, you try to get a couple of points here, get some momentum going into that next set.
Definitely.
Beeson soaring out of the back row, set point Nebraska. Jill Gillen is blocked. Becca Alec gives Nebraska a 2-0 lead here in the round of 8. A 5-1 run to end set 2. And Nebraska leads the match.
Score, they frustrate you as an offensive player.
Well, on Thursday, they held Georgia Tech to .019. Right now, they're holding Arkansas to .094. Those are well below the season averages.
All right, you heard Jason Watson say they were going to spin the dial, meaning they were going to start in a different rotation to try to get better matchups against Nebraska. We'll see how that fares early on. Gillen, I mean, right into Becca Alec's hands.
That's actually a set that Jill Gillen of Arkansas has been working on, kind of move inside, trying to create some new angles, but Becca Alec's all over this one for Nebraska.
Talking to Becca Alec, she told us her strength is to be patient. She said, be late, but be right.
Which I love, because sometimes when you play against a really fast offense, as Cartwright gets the kill, you think you've got to match that speed, right? You've got to get there early, but sometimes when you're there early, it leads to bad form because you're waiting. So Becca Alec, she says, it's okay to be late. I'll trail, but then I'll have really good form, and I'll meet that attacker over the net, and it leads to a lot of great blocks.
Arkansas has been relentless attacking that corner, that left deep corner in the Nebraska serve receive, and right now that's Harper Murray. Now they've adjusted, they've slid Harper Murray to the right side.
This is a must-win set for Arkansas. Merritt Beeson up to 12, the only player with double-figure kills.
Way out of system situation, really nice controlled swing by Merritt Beeson, just going deep into the court where Arkansas defenders are not. Great serve. And a great response to side out by Arkansas.
Gillen's been trying to turn down that line, and that one just right on the money.
When you're in system, Hannah Hogue's got to be able to push Jill Gillen all the way out into that antenna so she can go cross court if she wants, or she has the ability to turn it down the line.
Alec in the middle. Hannah Hogue dives in to save it. Gillen. Hogue will try Cartwright. Rodriguez is there. Batenhorst. 7 kills for Allie Batenhorst.
Allie Batenhorst is long in transition and just cuts that ball to the donut, that area in the middle of the court. Beautiful transition decision to put it there.
Based on the facial expression, I don't know if she meant to do that, but you will take it.
She will take it. There's no descriptive passages in the stat sheet.
No.
Cartwright trying to swipe it off that block. Beeson readjusting. Hogue firing at Taylor Head out of the back row, and Taylor Head, who's hitting negative, gets kill number 3.
And Arkansas needs Taylor Head to get out of her offensive trouble, and she comes up with a big swing out of the back row, attacking at Bergen Riley, the right back defender for Nebraska.
I will say we're seeing the same thing from Taylor Head that we saw in the regional semifinals. Is that service long? Her offense is struggling, but the other areas of her game she's working hard on. She already has 8 digs.
Yeah, and sometimes it just takes a little bit for your offense to get going. Difference between tonight and what happened on Thursday is they went 5 with Kentucky, so she had the time to be able to find her offensive rhythm. I don't know if Nebraska is going to be able to give you that today.
They certainly don't want to. There it is, though, Taylor Head. She's not a panicky player. She's not going to fret.
And she told us that yesterday. She said, look, I'm calm. I wasn't stressed out. She said, nobody even talked to me on the team when I was in those negative numbers. They just knew I was going to figure it out.
Which I love that as a teammate, recognizing, hey, I trust her. No reason to go get in her head for any, no reason. Just let her be, and she'll work herself out of it.
Sends Arkansas scrambling. A tough serve. Head will get the swing. Dug by Rodriguez. Taylor Head. Here she comes.
And we've called her name 3 plays in a row. Huge impact, getting her rhythm back. She hit this ball so hard, and they were out of system, and then gets the ball back on top of the net. Stays aggressive for Arkansas.
Off hands. Where will Hannah Hogue go? Back to Pettis in the middle, but Harper Murray by herself shuts it down.
Sanaya Pettis has been able to score going behind the setter, but that time Harper Murray does a really nice job getting out there and getting over the net for Nebraska.
Harper Murray told us it's been unbelievable playing her first NCAA tournament all at home. She knows it's a luxury. Nice to have the home crowd behind you. Head just keeps swinging.
Oh, really nice job, and that's just the ability to want to recycle the ball. Yes, you know in that situation you're not going to get a kill, so you just put really good speed and tempo on the ball, place it in the court, and it results in a kill.
The hitter coverage for Arkansas has been fantastic, and if you're a hitter like Taylor Head going up and blasting away, you want to know that your team's covering.
Yeah, and they've done a great job of that.
Bergen Riley trying to get creative. Jackson knows about it. And then Jill Gillen tooling the block.
How about Courtney Jackson all over that Bergen Riley dump?
First lead for Arkansas in the match since the first set.
Jason Watson told us at intermission he wanted his attackers to be able to use Nebraska's block better. We've seen that here in set 3.
Back to Alec behind the setter.
Nebraska's trying to use their middles as much as possible. They feel like they have an advantage there. And look at Becca Alec 2 blockers for Arkansas there, but there's a seam between them. They are not a closed up wall, and she makes them pay in the middle.
Just her 2nd kill, but she already has 8 blocks today. Gillen looking to turn it, and too wide.
I know, and it's hard. You're threading a needle down that line, and so she just puts it a little bit too much thumb up, right? And so she just gets a little bit wide there, but I like the idea of trying to match and make that right back defender defend.
This time she tries the off speed. Court right. Beeson has to chase it down, and that fooled the block.
It was a really inside set by Bergen Riley, not on purpose, but a great job by Merritt Beeson just getting her feet inside. Look, she has to kind of scramble inside, but takes a nice swing right inside Pettis' hands and gets the kill.
The footwork by Merritt Beeson to get inside to that ball was
it's
impressive.
like a shuffle.
Merritt Beeson, first year on this year's team, and she's already a captain.
Number 10, Jill Gillen. Checking in to serve for the Razorbacks, number 2, Jada Lawson.
We talk about how young this Nebraska team is. The 2 captains are juniors, Lexi Rodriguez and Merritt Beeson.
When I hear that, all I think is they're all returning next year. What a scary
terrifying
thought.
for the rest of the country.
Everyone else is thinking too.
14, Allie
The Big Ten is like, yeah, we know. Thanks for the reminder.
Harper Murray.
No seniors on this Nebraska roster. 6 newcomers, 5 freshmen. Short serve. Taylor Head.
And there's the aggressive swing. Even though there's a big block up there, Taylor Head attacking that block, paying off for Arkansas.
Harper Murray's a really good server as well. She's done a nice job kind of dropping that ball in short. Both times she's done it, Arkansas has been able to side out efficiently. That's huge.
And a service error by Hogue puts Nebraska up by 2.
At the line serving for the Huskers, number 8, Lexi Rodriguez.
Batenhorst coming in. Other side to Beeson, no touch, and a point for Arkansas.
Point, Arkansas.
We were talking about Taylor Head's struggles early in this set. She has 7 kills on 8 swings, hitting .875. That's a pretty great response.
Yeah, I'd say so. And then an ace from Jill Gillen, the career ace leader at Arkansas.
And she has been relentlessly going to that area 5, the left deep part of the court where Allie Batenhorst is over there. Now Harper Murray's taking that corner.
Back-to-back lasers!
Just the ability to hit this ball with the palm of your hand so that it dies. I mean, it just absolutely drops in front of Lexi Rodriguez and Harper Murray. What a serve.
Arkansas back on top. And then a service error ties it at 13. Ending a 3-0 run for the Hogs. Again, a must-win set for Arkansas.
And if you're thinking, oh, Arkansas has their work cut out for them if they want to reverse sweep, well, Pittsburgh just accomplished that moments ago.
They did it to Louisville. Long from Batenhorst. It was a nice save by Lexi Rodriguez. And John Cook does have his challenge card. They'll take a second look.
His team thought that.
And the call is confirmed, so Nebraska will have 1 challenge remaining unless we go to a 5th set. That's the same for Arkansas.
Whoa.
Wow. Batenhorst wanted it back. Bergen Riley goes right back to her after the miss hit.
Allie Batenhorst on the left pin at 6'5". She is long, and this is a fastball out to the pin. Arkansas's block chasing.
She told us her greatest strength is her vision and awareness of the block, being able to see what's in front of her so she can take it if it's there, like we just saw, or make a play to recycle it.
Yeah, Allie Batenhorst has had to step up and fill the spot of Lindsay Krause, who has not played since October 14th. Taylor Head. Harper Murray coming in. That's in.
What a swing.
But they have got to win this set in order to extend the match. Nebraska goes after Taylor Head. Power tip up by Beeson. Head take two.
Jason Watson was right. Attack the block and good things will happen. You don't want to avoid them. It's been a good third set for Taylor Head of Arkansas.
So resilient, unbelievable mental toughness we've seen from Taylor Head.
Does not let her struggles face her, and she has got Arkansas back in this third set. Beeson back row. Sanaya Pettis got that one.
Arkansas, look at Sanaya Pettis go behind. Lexi Rodriguez digs it, but Sanaya Pettis doesn't have to go far to block that ball because it's an inside set to Harper Murray.
4 blocks for Arkansas. Nebraska with double-figure blocks.
That's the right call. This serve dropped right before the end line, and you had a line judge call it out. Fortunately, we can't see it from that angle, but you had the head official overrule the line judge and call that ball in.
Largest lead for Arkansas. Sails long on Murray, and the Hogs extend it to 3. Nebraska will take a timeout. WNBA draft lottery from Bristol. Arkansas on a 4-0 run. They have to win this set to extend the match.
Arkansas has done a nice job of getting Nebraska out of system.
Poke to Taylor Head, who's been on fire. Lainey Choboy got it up. Oh. And then Harper Murray with a little attitude.
We talk about Nebraska's defense. Look at Lainey Choboy out of right back. She was deep, pancake to keep it alive, but it goes over Harper Murray there defensively on the block.
Alec rejected the dump by Hogue. Murray saved by Gillen. Taylor Head, how good has she been?
I mean, to be able to hit this angle and this kind of shot in an out-of-system situation where Hannah Hogue is on the run just shows the versatility and the range that Taylor Head has. To be able to thread that kind of needle right inside of Becca Alec's hands, really nice stuff.
But the location of the set is definitely wider, and I think that's allowing her to create more angles offensively.
Beeson back row. Pettis. Gillen. Choboy swipes at it. They can use Harper Murray.
Look at Choboy get under this ball, one arm, and then Bergen Riley pushes it out to Harper Murray. Harper Murray's been working on getting out that footwork in transition, and it pays off there.
Both defenses are so good at keeping a play alive with one hand, just popping it up into the middle of the court.
8th kill for Murray. Gillen trying to challenge the block. No.
Merritt Beason and Becca Alec going to work. Look at them, synchronized block. That is a Nebraska wall.
Because of the serve, you knew Hannah Hogue only had one place to go with that. She's bump setting Jill Gillen, which allows both blockers to get out to that outside pin and set up.
Has he done a fantastic job as the defensive coordinator? He has done an amazing job recruiting top class in the country, 2 different years, and then second best the other year.
They're down by a point here. Make it 2. Arkansas the first to 20.
Little traffic jam up there, and Arkansas gets the ball to drop.
Arkansas had the lead early in set 1, right? When we got to point 20, can you play clean volleyball to close this thing out in 4th to 4th?
Some teams call this the red zone from 20 to 25. Dropped in.
How about Zoe Evans? That is a timely block. She is in there to make big defensive stops, and it pays off right here in the middle. She knows Bergen Riley. Wow, she was late. She didn't know Bergen Riley was going back, but she makes an adjustment. Good press on the block there.
Arkansas 4 points away from extending the match. Jada Lawson on the serve. Merritt Beason dug by Taylor Head. Rodriguez back to Beason.
Merritt Beason that time on the left side, scoring for Nebraska in transition. Coach John Cook told us that Harper Murray is the best at the end of the set after 20 points.
Let's see how she shows up here with her serve. Evans out of the middle. Bergen Riley will give it to Harper Murray. How about that, Holly? Okay.
Dig and kill by Harper Murray.
She's always involved after 20, and rightfully so. Great job getting this to Bergen Riley, and then comes right up the middle on the bick. Parts the seas in between those 2 blockers for the kill.
Taylor Head. Too much power. 22-20.
Always felt like setters were a little bit of copycats, right? It's like, oh, they just ran a bick. I can run a bick too. Let me run a bick to Taylor Head here. And Taylor Head capitalizes.
Well, Hannah Hogue was in the front row, and she had Zoe Evans up there, who doesn't get a lot of sets, so there weren't a lot of options. Either was Gillen in the front row or Head out of the back row.
Here's Hogue on the serve. Cartwright. Yes, that's in.
How about that defensive block touch by Arkansas off the Beason attack, able to turn that in to a big point for Arkansas.
You know the Razorbacks were thinking back to set 1. They let it slip away.
Keep your foot on the gas if you're Arkansas.
Right. Bergen Riley back to Beason.
Just done a really nice job from the service line, especially late in this set 3. They have forced Nebraska out of system time and time again, to the point that they're out of sync even in transition.
And that's when Arkansas plays their best volleyball. That's why serving is so crucial for this Arkansas team.
Set point for Arkansas. Nebraska has not lost a set in the tournament yet. Service error. Still set point Razorbacks.
At the line serving for the Huskers, number 8, Lexi Rodriguez.
This is a rotation for Arkansas that they like to run that X out of the middle, but it didn't work early in this match.
This time they use Cartwright on the slide. She tips, and Arkansas forces a 4th set. First time the Cornhuskers have dropped a set in the tournament.
Great job being clean and executing the remarkable.
Arkansas was able to force this 4th set with a 25-21 win in set number 3. There goes Jill Gillen. Diving in to save it is Merritt Beeson. Harper Murray to the floor. She's in double figures.
And Harper Murray is attacking against Hannah Hogue, the smaller blocker on that right side for Arkansas. That's a matchup that Nebraska wants to push.
Hogue back to Gillen, off of the block.
Jason Watson told us before the 3rd set, he thought his team was passing the ball extremely well. They just weren't utilizing the block. They've done that since that interview in sets 3 and here to start. Great pass right on top of Hannah Hogue's head, and then Jill Gill's able to abuse the block.
Riley going to Becca Alec in the middle.
Nebraska stays in system, and when they have that perfect pass, well, a little bit off the net, still able to feed Becca Alec. She loves a good battle, and she's fired up.
Becca Alec, 4 kills, no errors, 9 blocks. Her career high is 10. Hogue back row to Taylor Head, who had 8 kills in that 3rd set. And this time Alec with an attacking error.
We had some time to visit with Becca Alec yesterday, and I absolutely loved what she had to say about Arkansas. She said, that team has a bunch of dogs on it. And she said, I absolutely love watching Jill Gillen play. She said, I can't wait for the opportunity to play against her today because there's so much mutual respect there. She said they play the game the right way. They play with so much heart. And she said, this is what it's about. High-level athletes doing everything they can to win, laying it all on the line. And she said, I would cherish the moment going against Jill Gillen. I thought that was remarkable to hear from a sophomore, right? Going against her opponent.
It was so cool to hear the mutual respect. Merritt Beeson goes line, 15 kills to lead the Huskers.
Back to serve for the Huskers, number 8, Lexi Rodriguez.
Gillen still gets a swing. Lexi Rodriguez will set Batenhorst. Maggie Cartwright off hands. Out of the back row, all the power for Harper Murray.
They love it, and for good reason. All smiles from Harper Murray. A great dig. Bergen Riley, they have such a good connection. They've played together for multiple years on the U.S. 18 and 19s team. Great job running a BIC, having a 4th option in the back row.
11 kills, 7 digs, 3 blocks for Harper Murray. And then Batenhorst all by herself, a little stuff. That's 14 blocks now for Nebraska.
This is something Jalen Reyes talked about when they ran the scouting report, and Allie Batenhorst all over that, knew what was coming. Good block defense.
14 blocks.
It's a few.
It's a lot.
12th time this season they have had double-figure blocks. Their season high is 15 and a half. There were 3 blockers in front of Jill Gillen on that swing. Harper Murray goes off speed this time after bringing the cannon the time before.
some big swings in this rally, but Harper Murray, just the Midas touch. Look at her get on top of that ball and drop it right in the donut center of the court, in the middle of all the defenders.
So smart to see her use her toolkit. That's a 4-0 run now for Nebraska. Hogue just going over.
Two shoot. I love a two shoot.
I know you do.
Sneaky, you don't expect it. Right back into the donut, Holly. Us shorter setters, you gotta utilize shots like that.
Definitely. And a gutsy time to do it.
Yeah. That ball did not move. Did you see that serve? Wow. There was no movement.
Flat and clean. Karch Karai, our U.S. Olympic team coach, calls that a fleeing serve, and Jill Gillen has been executing that really well today for Arkansas.
4 aces for Jill Gillen today. Her career high is 5. Merritt Beeson will take that, tooling the block to give her 16 kills.
Back serving for Nebraska, number 13, Merritt Beeson.
We might need to be on triple-double watch for Merritt Beeson, ladies. 16 kills, 7 digs, 7 blocks. And with the tip, Morgan Riley to Harper Murray. Hannah Hogue laid out for it with one hand, but into the net.
Great defense on both sides.
Allie Batenhorst, the left front defender, comes all the way across the court to dig that ball. She made that happen for Nebraska.
I mean, offense is fun, but the defense that we have seen on both sides, the extra hustle plays.
You don't make it this far in the NCAA tournament if you can't play defense like this.
I was going to say, it's fitting for the round of 8.
It is.
You got to have it. Cartwright coming in. Batenhorst's turn. And the block for Zoe Evans.
That's her 3rd block in the middle for Arkansas. That's what she's in there for.
Arkansas down by 2. This is another must-win set for the Hogs. Turns it too far, does Allie Batenhorst. Morgan Riley, but it's up by Hogue.
Nice shot by Beeson, just holding on to that there.
Free ball here for the Razorbacks. Murray gets the swing.
Arkansas is trying to hit those high hands deep, but Harper Murray's playing center field in that middle back position and digging everything, and then getting that big attack to drop again in transition.
Choboy going after Taylor Head. And then a huge dig for Lainey Choboy. Murray just out.
I love listening to this Nebraska crowd. They're so educated when it comes to the game of volleyball. You can tell what's happening on the court based on their reactions.
I think they wanted a double call there.
Yes,
think they did.
They've wanted a few today.
Yeah, I was going to say, not the first time.
They would be strict officials, I would say.
Perfectly executed by Harper Murray. Great hand contact. She gets on top of the ball, and it happens so fast the defense can't adjust.
Harper Murray carries such a big load, and she has from day one. John Cook told us she has that mentality like Jordan Larson, who obviously is an incredible player, won gold on in Tokyo with Team USA, was the MVP, a 3-time All-American here at Nebraska, and now on the coaching staff. Out of play, point for Nebraska. Arkansas is hitting negative in this set right now. That doesn't help, as Nebraska's block has been so good. 15 blocks, the largest lead for the Cornhuskers.
And they're executing their scouting report extremely well. They know that Taylor Head wants to turn that ball down the line if she's got the opportunity, and they set up and take it away from her.
3-0 run for Nebraska. And tries to power tip it to the back corner. Bergen Riley, there you go, Katie.
I love when the setters get involved.
5 here.
She's not just attacking, by the way. She's playing 6 rotations. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with that as a true freshman.
She's done it all season. The underclassmen have been such a big part of Nebraska's run. They have only lost 1 match, and underclassmen, look at what they have accounted for. 55% of their kills, 52% of their digs, 44% of their blocks, all by underclassmen. There's Harper Murray, but it's long. If you are looking for Oregon and Wisconsin, that match is going to start on ESPN News. You can also see it on the ESPN app. Great opportunity to pull up your second screen, finish watching this match.
Yeah, don't leave us.
Yeah.
Stay with us.
We will get you there once we finish here in Lincoln. Gillen, Lexi Rodriguez comes out of nowhere, and Harper Murray gets it over. That's Nebraska defense. Jackson back set to Gillen. Choboy up to Harper Murray, does not get the touch call, and everyone on Nebraska see it. And there was a touch. So Nebraska still has 1 challenge remaining unless we go to a 5th set. Arkansas also has 1. Raising the tape with the serve. Beeson, and I wonder if Jason Watson pulls the card. I thought that might have been down.
Let's take another look.
He will challenge.
Does Lexi Rodriguez get her fingertips, her fingernails under this ball for the pancake? I think she does. And a nice play in recovery.
Oh, no, the floor.
All right. Does that mean I owe you a beer after this, Courtney?
Yes.
Okay.
Or one of those beignets.
Yeah.
I will take one of those again.
Green Gateau has the best beignets anywhere.
Fantastic find. So they do reverse the call. It was down, much to Katie's chagrin.
Good effort by Nebraska. Heads up call by Jason Watson to challenge it.
That's going to be a net violation on Nebraska.
Harper Murray and Becca Alec were fighting over that over ball, that over dig.
Arkansas is on a 4-1 run. Beeson soaring.
Nice block touch.
Gillen. Up by Choboy. a net violation on Nebraska. 5-1 run, Arkansas. John Cook will take a timeout.
Nice job by Jada Lawson from the service line to get Arkansas on this run here.
A junior out of North Little Rock, Arkansas, away after leading by 6 points. Nebraska closed on a 10-3 run. Gillen off the block. Alex sends it back. Merritt Beeson. Becca Allen knew right where to tap it.
This ball off the block, pops over the net, and Becca Alec attacks the open court right over Gillen.
5 kills, 10 blocks for Becca Alec. And Harper Murray behind the service line. Her all-around game late in this match has been critical for Nebraska. Gillen inside. Bergen-Riley back to Merritt Beeson. And it's blocked, Zoe Evans!
Zoe Evans is a defensive presence in for Arkansas, middle blocker. Nice job tracking this back set. Facing those palms, back to the court, and look at the urgency and excitement from Zoe Evans. Smart play to pass that ball up.
Cartwright tips in the block. Merritt Beeson in the middle of the court.
Missed opportunity there for Arkansas, sending that over the net to Nebraska.
Merritt Beeson with a double-double. 17 kills, 10 digs, 7 blocks.
Arkansas has a stack on the left side of the court. Watch Cartwright run a slide.
Gillen, Rodriguez with the dive. And they call it double contact on Nebraska.
And Nebraska fans, like most fan bases, are going to say, how can you call that on us if you're not going to call that on them? Which there has maybe been a couple questionable or controversial no calls in this match.
Batenhorst is rejected by Maggie Cartwright.
But Jill Gillen starts the whole process, gets Nebraska out of system. That allows Arkansas to set up their block inside and shut Batenhorst down.
8 blocks for Arkansas. First time we've been tied since it was 3-all. And Beeson will tool it.
Taylor Head is there, just needs to be more disciplined, turning her left hand back into the court to block that ball for Arkansas.
And the serve is long. Tied up at 17.
Back serving for Arkansas, number 15, Courtney Jackson.
Batenhorst looking to swipe it, but doesn't get any contact to that Arkansas block, and the Razorbacks lead. First lead since it was 3-2.
Feel like that set for Batenhorst needs to be wider so she can attack that ball down the line, have a little bit more range.
Arkansas must win this set to force a 5th. They get an ace from Courtney Jackson.
Right before that ball was served, Nebraska looked all out of sorts. They were trying to move their stack, and Arkansas takes advantage.
They were late in their communication and getting set up, and then obviously Harper Murray can't quite get a handle on that.
6 points combined. They were up 20-16 in the first, 19-17 in the second, and now here in the third. The fourth. That's the response Nebraska needed out of the timeout.
Absolutely, and that's just a textbook side out, right? You get a great pass off the serve. Hannah Hogue has options. Excuse me, Bergen Riley has options, and then Batenhorst puts it away.
Bergen Riley will use Beeson out of the back row long. And they are adamant that there was a touch on it. John Cook will use it. I don't think Merritt Beeson was going to give him another chance.
No.
Another choice.
Coach grabbed that call.
We'll see what it is. They reverse the call.
And the crowd goes wild.
And not a lot of fight from the Arkansas players there. Hannah Hogue got the group together, said, we're fine, let's move on.
19-all. Cartwright, Showboy diving. And Maggie Cartwright will get credited with the kill.
Maggie Cartwright has a well-formed block in front of her. This is a cut shot along the net, and it falls in front of the right back defender, Choboy.
A race to 25 points. Arkansas must win to force a fifth. A win for Nebraska. They're going to Tampa.
Every point certainly matters, that there are more important points than others in volleyball. And right now, can you play error-free volleyball to get yourself to a fifth set if you're Arkansas, to close this thing out and punch your ticket to a national semifinal if you're Nebraska?
An error on Arkansas. Jason Watson calls timeout.
Harper Murray takes over. Let's watch.
Kennedy Orr serving. Nebraska 4 points away from Tampa. Tip by Head. Riley to Harper Murray.
What a dig.
Gillen out of the back row.
Big time dig by Jill Gillen, number 10 for Arkansas. And then a kill out of the back row. Not sure how she hit that shot.
Arkansas obviously taking advantage of that timeout they used to calm down. Gillen now in the front row. Harper Murray off hands. Alex sends it back. Hogue going with the slide to Pettis. Gillen is blocked.
Becca Alec going to work in the middle for Nebraska. Watch her drop her hand to seal the net in the middle.
That's 11 blocks for Becca Alec, a new career high. Attacking error for Taylor Head. Cornhuskers 2 points away. System swing, match point, Nebraska.
Hannah Hogue winning the joust at the net, keeping Arkansas alive.
Second match point coming for Nebraska. And now Jada Lawson, who had a very nice serving run for Arkansas, she will step back with everything on the line. Wow. So they signal inconclusive. They did not see what we saw. So we play on.
Arkansas, you live to see another day, baby.
Can they take advantage? Second match point, Nebraska. Becca Alec in the middle. Stopped by Zoe Evans.
Nebraska's been successful attacking out of the middle. They go there, but big stop by Arkansas.
Third match point, Nebraska. Service error. A sea of red is headed to Tampa. Nebraska back to the semifinals. The 17th